Hey everyone, welcome to It's Factor Football. Today we're looking at some bold predictions for fantasy football. Remember, these are bold, they're not likely to happen, but it wouldn't entirely shock me if they did. Here's bold prediction number one: LA Rams running back Blake Corum rushes for 1,000 yards and double digit touchdowns. Now, Puka Nacua was just suspended for the first 6 games of the year. The Rams are projected to be one of the best offenses in the NFL. And if that's the case, I expect them to rely more heavily on the ground game, at least in these first 6 games. But if you go back to last year, Corum was already pushing Kyren Williams for playing time. So I expect that Blake Corum will take the next step this season. Bold prediction number two: Green Bay Packers wide receiver Christian Watson finishes as a fantasy wide receiver number one, or top 12 overall. Now, this isn't hard to see. We've all seen flashes of Christian Watson over the years, but it all comes down to his injury history. If he can stay healthy, I think sky's the limit. This has got to be one of the thinnest wide receiver groups that the Packers have had in recent memory. Romeo Doubs is gone, Dontavian Wicks is gone. So he is the clear cut number one. We all know his potential. Christian Watson, wide receiver one for the Green Bay Packers. Bold prediction number three: Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kyler Murray finishes as a top 5 fantasy quarterback. He has all the talent, and he now finds himself in the best situation he has in his NFL career. He joins KOC, Justin Jefferson, Addison, Juwan Jennings, TJ Hawkinson. The list goes on and on in Minnesota. They have a great system, and they've had high production from quarterbacks before with lesser talent. Top 5 fantasy quarterback for Kyler Murray. Bold prediction number four: New York Giants tight end Isaiah Likely finishes as a top 5 fantasy tight end. It's pretty bold, but he has shown flashes over the last few years in Baltimore, and with Malik Neighbors maybe being slow to start the season, he could be the number one target in the offense. I could see a Kyle Pitts type of season out of Isaiah Likely this year. Bold prediction number five: Seattle Seahawks running back Jadarian Price will push for 300 total touches and finish as a top 15 fantasy running back. Now, this one seems strange to me. He's a number one or first round draft pick in the NFL. He goes to one of the better teams in the league, and no one's really talking about him. I know Zach Charbonnet will kind of be in the background and possibly split carries with him, but he may not be ready to start the year. And if Price looks the part early on, why can't he lead this backfield? Bold prediction number six: Deshaun Stribling records 1,000 receiving yards for the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, Ricky Pearsall, he's done for the year, unfortunately. They did bring in Deebo Samuel, but who knows how much work he's going to get and how big of a factor he'll be, at least throughout the season. Mike Evans is there, but he has an injury history, and George Kittle is coming off a torn Achilles. 1,000 yards, Deshaun Stribling. Bold prediction number seven: Cleveland Browns running back Dylan Sampson outscores Quinshon Judkins. Now, I'm a big fan of Quinshon Judkins' talent, but he's coming off a major injury, and the guys that come off that injury are typically slow to start and don't quite have the efficiency the following season. The Browns, they lost Myles Garrett on defense, so that's going to hurt them as well on the field, but will maybe be a little more friendly for a passing down back like Dylan Sampson as they play catch up, and he may even get some more carries than you think. Bold prediction number eight: wide receiver DJ Moore, Buffalo Bills, finishes as a top 15 fantasy wide receiver. He's gone over 1,000 yards multiple times in his career. He's still under 30, and now he plays with the best quarterback in football. They've been looking for a receiver to fill this spot, and DJ Moore's the guy. This reminds me a lot of the breakout we saw from Terry McLaurin a couple of years ago with Jaden Daniels. Bold prediction number nine: Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Josh Downs is a top 25 fantasy wide receiver. This one maybe isn't quite as bold with Alec Pierce. Who knows when he's going to play, but Josh Downs should be the number one wide receiver in Indy, whether the quarterback is Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. Josh Downs has proven that he can play over the years. He's been very productive. I could see 1,000 yards for him, but top 25 wide receiver Josh Downs. And my final bold prediction, number 10, Kansas City Chiefs running back Kenneth Walker III finishes as a top 5 fantasy running back. I've always believed in the talent of Kenneth Walker, and now he finally gets an opportunity to be a lead running back. I think the Chiefs can absolutely lean on Kenneth Walker with Mahomes coming off his injury, Travis Kelce another year older. There's always seems to be questions around Rashee Rice, so I think Kenneth Walker III may be the focal point of this offense. Well, what do you guys think? This has been It's Factor Football. Thanks for watching.